This playthrough is rated E for everyone.
Can one person be truly loyal to the Empire, or can they be swayed by the words of an old man? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Ogre Battle, March of the Black Queen. In the last episode, we cleared Deneb's garden, and we decided not to forgive her, but there is a benefit to that. If you do forgive her, you can eventually get her back later on, but you have to have low reputation and alignment, which is something you can do in a high alignment run, and I'll tell you how to do that later. But for now, on this playthrough, we are going to do the run that gets us a much better unit, in my personal opinion. So off screen, I grabbed myself a couple of fairies. So I didn't go over their things too much when I first played, but what fairies do is they have they're basically buff characters, at least in the back anyway. Don't put them in the front. Their attack isn't strong enough to really do anything. So what they do is kiss, and what it does is affect one target for the rest of the combat, and it increases their attack by damage by 8, and it also reduces the damage they take by a little bit as well, and that's affected by resistances and stuff like that. But the big thing you want to build these things up to is if they give them to pixies, they can do it twice in a battle, so it means more people can get hit with a kiss if you're doing a more buff type of strategy. But the final build to this is a creature called a sylph, which has an attack called a missile, which is a really good attack. That's really what you want to build up to. And you want to have these guys to have high intelligence, so you want to get them at low levels if you can. You can get sylphs later, but they're super expensive. So building them up from the ground up and capturing a couple of fairies and building them up to sylphs is the better way to go overall if you want to save yourself some money. Also, I grabbed myself quite a few pumpkins. Pumpkinhead. These guys are really good units. There's a couple reasons why. One is because their pumpkin ability halves the damage of any creature it hits. The only thing it doesn't work on is bosses, so these guys are perfect for non-boss encounters. They're also pretty decent as tanks. They don't have the best HP growth, but they have a decent amount of HP, and because they're taking a chunk of damage off every time, the rest of your units in the battle can clean up. So you could put a couple of these up in front. Now that's for the, well, actually, technically I'm overstating the pumpkin itself. It's really their next evolution that's a lot better because of what they can do, and I'll show you that today. Because if you forgive Deneb, you'll have a hard time getting these guys as next upgrade because it requires an item to do that. But if you don't forgive her, we get a nice little item from the villagers in the Deneb's garden. They'll give you an item for not forgiving her. So let's go ahead and see what's left in the garden after we trim the trees per se. And yeah, I did all the grinding off screen to get the Halloweens. It took a bit of RNG manipulation by basically waiting on the map for a day and then leaving before the turnaround came along. So let's I try not to hire too many people on the map because we're not going to get any money from these guys. So I purposely, was it this? Yeah, no, it was different. Yeah. Lamos. I basically manipulate characters to basically make them as cheap as possible to run all over the map. And I usually change my main character to High Sky, so that way, because they're free, and have them also check whatever else is on the map. For those who don't remember, fairies can be gotten in the forests, and Halloweens can be gotten on pumpkins can be gotten on the mountains here. So dragons are in the darkly colored mountains as well. Alright, since I didn't go through the towns last episode, and there's nothing really here outside of getting an item. Thanks to you, those strange monsters have disappeared. I'm surprised you were able to defeat Deneb, though. It's not easy to beat up on a girl as beautiful as that. Be gone? You know. I'll bet you regret it a little, though, don't you? Hey, man, would. Dude, she was, like, manipulating men and turning them into those pumpkins. Well, actually, it never straight up says, but it's assumed that those pumpkins are basically men she charmed and manipulated and then turned into those things. So, I don't feel sorry for that. She's a terrible person. Yet, she's popular enough that she appears in every game in the series. They say they found a bunch of pumpkins at Deneb's castle. What kind of research can you do with pumpkins? A new kind of pumpkin pie, maybe? Would you like one of the pumpkins we found at the castle? Yes, it seems to have rotted a little bit, but I think it's still edible. It's still good. It's still good. Maybe. You got a pumpkin plus. That's the item we want. So what that does... Oh, you have to go to the edit screen. So, and we can get as many of these as we want. We just have to leave town and come back to do this. Because of us forgiving Deneb, or not forgiving Deneb. If you forgive Deneb, they won't give you these. So we got pumpkins here. So, and then if I use the pumpkin plus, they'll turn into Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 So let's take a look at. So yeah, he went from 1 pumpkin per turn to 2 pumpkins per turn. So like I said, these guys are great to put in a to fight regular units on the battlefield. You know, weaken them quite a bit. And you'll probably just sweep up a lot of people by doing that. So I'd say put like 1 or 2 in a couple of units, and they'll really help. These are really guys are really good against like high HP creatures like dragons and stuff. Because like I said, if they hit half the damage, boom, half their HP gone. So they're probably one of the better units in the game if you can build them up. If you don't get the pumpkin pluses, you have to basically get them randomly. There's no way to buy them. So that's the trade-off. Do you get these really good manipulative units, or do you get Deneb on your team? Possibly. She's actually not guaranteed to grab, because if you don't have the low enough reputation by the time you finish her job, you won't get her on your team. So you do all that for nothing. You know, isn't that kind of a waste of time? You know. But anyway, yeah. Unfortunately, you have to go walk back in between each time to do that. So. Just grab 1 more, and then we'll be done. I thought about grabbing more than a few pumpkins, like grabbing a ton of them, but I thought that'd be a bit overkill, so I thought grabbing 4 is a good, reasonable in the middle. Otherwise, I would just put pumpkins in every group. Unfortunately, that does mess with the dynamic a bit, because even though initially fighting combat there isn't a negative to having mixed alignment units, it does affect the towns you go to. So if you have a high alignment like leader but have a lot of low alignment enemies or low alignment people in the group with that guy, it won't give you the benefits you like from that. So across the lake is Castle Zenobia, the center of the kingdom of Zenobia. And Castle Zenobia is the real Imperial Army, the Highland forces. Be careful. Yeah, which we're actually about to head there. And that's actually a pretty large map overall. Do I want to buy anything on here? I mean, I might buy some revives maybe. Yeah, we'll buy like a revive. Next map, we're gonna be able to buy some heal pluses or heal alls, so that'll be a nice addition to our list. Alright, let's just wait for everyone to go to every single building. And like I said, I want to lead this map before it's over, because at this point, if I stay on the map more than a day and get a tribute, even though I don't get tributes, I'll actually lose reputation for staying here. For what I researched, reputation is still lost every day. It's just not to, but until the 4th day, you don't notice the drop, and then the 4th day it goes boom, it drops down. So you usually want to complete a map within three tribute cycles, and then leave the map to get the most out of it, not lose a ton of reputation. So I've been not doing that for usually every map I do like 1 or 2 rotations, maybe 3. So sometimes I can't stand people. Why do we say one thing to men and another to women? I mean, we're different people. I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of funny that it's a shrine that tells us about this thing. So let's see. I guess just going, yeah, here in the castle. So, all right. Sometimes I can't stand people. Why do we? Oh, you get the what? Yeah, it's kind of weird how some places don't have any dialogue and they'll just repeat like one or the other. So okay, we'll go with that, and then we'll call it for that, and then I'll have to do some minor army manipulation changes before we go into the next area. The next area is pretty large, but it's pretty straightforward too with what you have to do. There is a mechanic to it, but Angard used to be a fort in the time of King Zenobia. Would you like to know more about the tactics used then? Sure. Every time you fight a battle, your ally alignment may change. If you fight a strong opponent, your ally will go up. But if you fight weak opponents, your ally alignment will go down. You will, of course, become more powerful as you lose those alignment points, but you will become hated by the people. Rebels who can't be trusted are no better than thieves. I already told you guys that. I forgot there was a place in the game that straight up says that. So I don't remember every single detail in the game. There were just a bunch of pumpkins in here. What could Deneb have been researching? I just can't figure it out. Yeah, I mean, it's assumed you know what happens to those people. But anyway, let's go and leave. And we're done with this place because I already got the pumpkin pluses I want. Like I said, I could always come back here at any time to grab more pumpkins and turn to Halloween and Halloweens if I really wanted to. So All right, so I'm gonna really quickly. Oh yeah, before I want to go over the items I got last, and then I'll cut to when I've changed my army up a little bit. Okay, so the Dragon Ring, that item, I don't think I mentioned that last episode, or if I did, I'll mention it again. So the Dragon Ring gives you 14 fire attribute, and then 6 strength if you equipped it to someone. It's technically an armor. Also, the Bolt Orb is also an armor. It gives you 17 lightning alignment and 6 strength. So if you want someone with lightning. From what I understand, lightning is not the most commonly weak alignment out of most of the creatures in the game. It's usually water creatures and like beastmen are weak to thunder. So it's probably considered the weakest of the alignments overall. And for the way I understand it is sometimes you can actually do less damage with it because of resistances and stuff like that. So I think that's it. Was there another? I thought I had another item I could show off. I guess that was it. Okay, well, anyway. So, okay, let me go ahead and turn these pumpkins into Halloweens and readjust my guys because I had to take them apart for the purposes of traveling out on the map. So, alright. Give me a second and I will... Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Well then. I accidentally used a heal all. Doesn't matter. I have to reset and redo this anyway. So, all right, I'll be back in just a second after I take care of that. So, okay, we're back after doing some slight manipulation. So let's head on to the slums of Slumnobia and beat back the evil empire, days long gone, from this once glorious city. It's probably one of my favorite soundtracks in the game here too. Alright. I mean, all the soundtracks in this game are really good. It's just I really like this one. I think it's called Impregnable Defense or something like that. Okay, so we got Zenobia here. Now, Zenobia has a very unique feature to it. So you see this around this? This is actually a wall, and this actually prevents melee units from walking in. So unless you have low sky or high sky, you can't get through this thing. So there is an item. We actually already have an item that allows us to get past this. However, you can also, if you explore on the map, you can also get an item to get this as well. So let's go ahead and do some. Oops, keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, so this map is pretty huge overall, so we're going to need quite a few flyers. So let's take a look at our surroundings. Let's see. Postina, that's mid. So let's send. Who's a good middle of the road unit? Probably should send you, get you some. I need to get you guys some experience at some point, so. Now, send you over there. And like before, you usually want to have a couple of, let's see. I don't know if I want to go out this far just yet. We'll see. Might go to Phila just because that's a shop town. So, okay. Let's see, what's your ranking so far? You are mid as well. High, so might send since Lands is a good high unit, we can send him there. I usually like sending Lands and Warren together. They're usually a pretty good combo for nighttime stuff. I have to be careful here. The enemies here are like 7 to 9, so I have to be careful about killing too many. Actually, maybe I should give someone else a shot. Yeah, let's use some of our pumpkin heads or Halloween. Sorry, that's who we got now. So. Okay, we'll send you there, and then we'll send Cannabis back to Phele. So first I want to get some buried treasure, which there's some about, I think, right here. Okay, and then hidden towns. I forgot to mention, hidden towns don't count for alignment messes. So if you capture a town and you don't have the right alignment, don't worry about it. They don't count when you capture them, when you find them. It's only towns that are on the map. Oh yeah, I guess I'll have Gilbert go over there. Although his alignment's more neutral than evil. He's at 50, so. But I don't have anyone that can, other than him, fly. I mean, I'll have to go into the town eventually anyway, but I don't have to capture it right now. So maybe I'll have just Gilbert go capture this town and maybe leave some, maybe Kusu in there as well. Let's see. Yeah, I put a couple of pumpkin heads here as well, so. Or Halloween, sorry. I keep calling them pumpkin heads. Alright, there goes everyone out to wherever. Yeah, Palma Nova.
Liberation.
Yep.
Thank you.
Alignment raise. Well, I'm not trying to go for a low or high alignment for Gilbert, although I'd probably keep them low just because the worms are a pretty low level at this point, so. Debonair is a member of the Empire, but he's actually a fine man. Very fine. Very polite, very honorable. If everyone in the Empire was like him, then I'm sure they would have the support of the people. Actually, let's go ahead and, no, Simon's another. Let's see. Yeah, let's send Brandel out. Or Yugos. Yugos has higher levels. Yeah, I'll send you over here as well. Really, I'm using Gilbert for like, because his levels are pretty high at this point. Because everyone in this map is about 7 to 9 in terms of levels. So let's go, let's see, I think it's like right here is another buried treasure. I'll hold off on getting the town for now. I don't need to capture it since it's not high priority.
Liberation.
Alright, posting in has been captured. Hierophant card. Rises alignment. Excellent. In the castle to the northwest is General Kaus Debonair, one of the 4 divas. If the Empire sent someone like him out here, they must really want to stop the rebels. We are rebel scum, so. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you're good. We'll leave you there. The buried treasure. Nice. Alright, what do we get? The Notos. Alright, let me pull up this in my notes really quick. So, sorry. I'm trying to use, sorry if it sounds like I'm far away from the mic. It's because I'm using notes to look it up. So, alright, Notos. The Notos sword. At least I believe that's the one we got. Yeah. Notice sword. So this gives you 15 strength and 3 intelligence, and it's thunder elemental overall. Like, it doesn't improve your thunder element, it just gives it a thunder element reaction to it, so not bad. Like I said, thunder element's probably the weakest element, but the strength 15, the 15 strength increase is quite a nice chunk of attack damage right there. Actually, might as well just leave these guys in the actual town itself. No reason not to have them staying there. It's just, you know, put them in the general area. Okay, so those 2 are there. I'll probably summon someone. Oh yeah, leave a dark elemental character here for the main, because a lot of people are going to come out this way. Let's see. Yeah, let's put Simon. Let's deploy him up in front. And I'm trying not to raise my levels, so let's get you here just to help out. But it might be nighttime by the time they get there, so. Okay. No. Yeah, if you move them on the main base, it says, oh, do you want to have them go there? So, all right.
Find out.
More buried treasure. We find the king helmet. Alright, king helmet. Sorry if there's a lot of clicking and clacking. It's because I'm using one of my louder keyboards for this, so that's not much I can do on it. Alright, the king's crown. It gives 17 physical resistance on it. So that's good for protection. So for those who are, basically you want to equip that to like a frontline unit. Let's move you over there. Actually, maybe I should have used maybe I should have used a Purpri for, because Gilbert would be a good bad unit to help Cannabis out here. So let's have Repri, summon Repri. I deployed too many units. Right? Yeah, you can only deploy so many units in the game, so you have to kind of, well, at least in certain maps anyway. So after that, yeah, see, I can't get any more people. So. Actually, I could always send in breed back if it really comes down to it. The only problem is you have to basically pay for the deployment every time you do that. So.
Liberation.
That's our card situation. I might wait till Temperance.
Lucky.
That raises our reputation went up a couple points. Oh, I'm out of. Let me take a look. Let's get rid of that. Well, the Hierophant is good because it puts him to sleep, but I'd rather prefer other cards like the Fool and stuff like that. Zenobia used to be the most beautiful city in the world, but now it's just a giant slum. There are a lot of people there who lost their families and their homes. I guess they thought that by going to the city they could live a better life, but yeah, the city life is not always the high life, as it were. All right, we found the thunder ring. At least I believe that's a ring on there. Sometimes it's sometimes the game is weird when it comes to like its descriptions because it'll say one thing and it's actually not that. It might be something else. So because I've seen like I've seen a sword item called like the dragon sword, but it'll actually be dragon claws or something like that. I'm like, okay. So if it's the thunder ring that I think this is, I think it's the ring anyway. Let me send you to the next location. If it's a thunder ring, it gives you 15 lightning, defense, and 3 strength, and it's thunder elemental, obviously. All right, how's the? Okay, you're going to the town. It's daytime though, so yeah, we'll send. We'll put you back, and we'll have a. Okay, it's still daytime, so let me send you back. And we'll have a Breed and Brandel go up front, so that way you can take the hits at least until no. Otherwise, I have to pay your cost again. No, you are. Let's not have. I don't want Campus to capture this place yet. Oh yeah, a lot of enemies on this map are high flyers. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. As you can see here, we got some Griffins at level 7 and some Samurai now. Not Samurai Jack, luckily enough. Yeah, we've also got some Eaglemen here and some Hawkmen as well. Alright, nope, no one had to return to base. Up, it's almost nighttime though. Not quite. Oh, and alignment affects... Depending on the time of day, there is still an effect on alignment. So, if you have really high alignment, high noon, which is when the sun dial is on the very top, you'll do the most amount of damage and take the least amount of damage. Because if you're at 100 alignment, if you're at 0 alignment, the best effect for your character is at midnight, which is when the moon's at the top there. And then there's some slight effects if it's like sunrise, sunset, that'll affect the stats too. So like being middle of the road is almost kind of better sometimes because how often is the sun at sunset, you know, until it changes. So, but anyway, I don't think I need to use any cards here. Well, I might use a Hierophant just to clean it out a bit. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we're off to a good start. Our agility is so low. Not too bad so far. Now. And here, when we capture the shop city, we'll be able to buy heal alls, which they're a little pricey at 2,000, but they heal everyone in your unit for 100 HP. So a really great way to heal up after either like boss encounters or something like that. So. Okay, how? Yeah, it's getting dark, but still enough to where my light elementals will be fine. And it looks like these guys are going to get quite a few encounters, huh? Let's see, you're probably going down to those guys. So, let's see. Okay, I guess everyone's good for now. So, yeah, they're really going after these guys, huh? What cards do I have, actually, just to double check something? Okay, good. I've got the one card I really want. You really want a Fool for this map, or a Charm item if you've gotten it from a random drop. Come on, game. I guess we've hit a timetable where we're now our stats are slightly affected because of the time of the day. And obviously, a higher alignment also affects if I hit really well as well. So far, so good. I think I'll do enough damage. Yeah. Might have to switch out to the wizard character, though. Yeah, it's getting nighttime, so let's swap you out and put the wizard in front. The only problem is I have a couple of weak units here, so. And our alignment isn't low enough that it'll affect our sets too badly here. Now let's show off the Halloweens while we're here, although we've already gotten a lot of damage from them, so. Oh yeah, I guess I could show off the pumpkins for the Halloweens. I mean, even though it's... And of course you missed my first trial, and you fail. Oh well. I mean, Halloweens are good. They are, folks. It's just, yeah. I swear, they are only level 1. So.
Find out.
Alright, what do we get? We got another Thunder Ring. It can't be the same one. It might be the gloves. I'll have to double check. Actually, there's a way to find out. Okay. So, let's equip... Okay, it's Thunder Gloves, never mind. So, Thunder Gloves are 4 physical defense and 3 lightning. It's a Thunder Elemental item. I got 2 Thunder Gloves back to back? That's crazy. Alright, whatever. Okay, let's get the another item. I kind of was hoping for different items, you know. It's random, though, so... And I don't think... I'll have to double check, but I don't think luck affects buried treasure. It's just what random, like, whatever, so... Oh, yeah, and the tactics affect things, too, actually, like, in terms of damage accruement. It's very slightly. It's like 4 damage, or 4 defense, depending on what stat you choose. I believe if you choose strong, it affects your attack by like -4 because you're focusing on. I'll have to look it up again. Sorry, I don't want to get false information. But there is a minor effect. It's based off like strong and weak, I believe, are the 2 that affects slight. I have to heal since I've taken a few chunks of damage for my guys. I might have put one of them with the. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna save that item. I was gonna put the king shield on one of them, or helmet. But I was actually gonna save it for a very specific character that we get on this map. Do I want to equip any of these? I mean, it'll give me lightning resistance. It'll give us some physical. Let's see. No. Who has? I'll have to look at the stats again. Let's see. Maybe I should put the undead ones here. They wouldn't have taken any damage. They would have been perfect. Oh well. I wanted them to get some levels anyway, so. Oh, none of them have any weapons on them. I guess the guy just kept getting crits. Okay. Huh. Because one guy was doing clearly more damage. I mean, he has a higher strength, but what I mean, it seems like it was way, way more than... Yeah, you can't really finish them off like that, so. Well, they can, but they have to be at 1 HP, and then they can kill people, so you're probably not going to affect their alignment too much. Man, this guy's going to gain a lot of levels. Huh. Yeah, thank you for not missing this time. Yeesh. Oof. Oof. Yeah, that's a pretty bad, yeah, Ianuki and whatever, and Gale are pretty nasty combinations. Almost killed my Halloween. Luckily, you can only do the Inuki strike once, so. Luckily, we still did enough damage. I'll have to heal that Halloween, though. He took quite a bit of damage. So let's heal him really quick. Should be good enough.
Write it out.
Man, they really want to go after these guys, huh? Oh yeah, and you're gonna be, Oh yeah, and Halloweens can eventually get pretty good, agility. So whenever they start gaining levels, they'll actually be able to go first and do like a nice chunk of damage at the beginning. Right now, because they're level 1, obviously, they're not gonna be as super effective because really Halloweens are really good if they go first. If they don't go first, you know, obviously, you lose out on quite a bit. Alright, you gonna keep going after me, or...
Find out.
Alright, got a Boltor. God, another Boltor? Man, I'm getting a lot of repeat items. That's kind of depressing, actually. I was hoping to get a kind of a wide variety of weapons, you know?
Write it out.
Oh yeah, it's probably as good that you go first, because, you know, I need to put you in the town, though. Actually, let's go ahead and use the Hierophant on him and put him to sleep. Yeah, I woke up. Oh well, that's fine. I have to heal them, yeah. Like I said, pumpkins are good when they, as tanks when they gain some levels. Although, like I said, at the early game, they are, don't have a lot of HP, and their HP growth is not that great. Well, it's okay, but let's actually get back into town so I can actually heal and have a good defensive stat. Well, since... Oh, well, someone's coming after us. Okay, let me just put you... I forgot someone was heading this way. They were heading this way originally, but then they backed off, so... Alright, no one's going to the other town, because they pretty much have to go through us. Okay. May heal some of the Halloweens until then. Okay, that's fine for now. I wanted kind of a nice mixture of builds. So, no.
Write it out.
All right, none of you are healers, so, or no one in this initial group, so they don't want to take any damage. Yeah, skeletons are perfect bodyguards because they take no damage from anything unless they have a holy weapon. But usually the only time you have to worry about that is from paladins, and certain bosses will have possible magic or elements that can hurt undead. But yeah, I won't take any damage from this at all. I thought about putting a bunch of skeletons in the group, but really, like I said, party composition, I want to use. I want to use low alignment characters with each other and high alignment characters with each other just for the purposes of capturing locations and stuff like that.
Write it out.
Yeah, I don't mind him fighting, it's just his stats aren't going to be as super as effective. That's all. Oof, ouch. Yeah, and our stats aren't going to be that great either, so... Oh man, we are not doing very good at all. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Yeah, they did a ton of damage to me with their Inuki strike and Gale. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah, I thought so. They were doing too much damage to me. Should have used a card. Oh well. Oh yeah, let's move you back up to get back in the line. That's the problem with having high alignment characters fight at night, you know what I
Fight
mean?
it out.
Is their stats are so affected so poorly, you know? Haha. They hit the one guy that was actually immune to your attack. Yeah, I decided to bring a werewolf in this group too, so. Yeah, get the HP drop, baby. One more attack. Yeah. Get wrecked, son. By the powers of the undead and pumpkins. Pumpkins, I tell you. Pumpkins. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I probably should heal. Yeah, at this point I'll probably stop buying cures, because everyone's going to have enough HP to where it's just more appropriate just to buy heals instead, or heal alls. Alright, excellent. Alright, excellent!
Fight it out.
God, it's always my low alignment groups that get like all the attacks, you know? It just feels like it anyway. And you guys can have low alignment because, you know, you're werewolves, so. Okay, where are you going? Oh, wait. Oh, you can fly, that's right. Okay. You're gonna heal yourself. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a healer nearby anyway, so. Oh yeah, how many tarot cards do I have? I could capture this place. Try to get an item if. How is your alignment? Or luck? 78, that's pretty good.
Fight it out.
And they're gonna take no damage because, you know. Oh man, skeletons are awesome. This is why you capture at least a few of them anyway. Pair them up with some wizards, and boom, you've got, unless they have good ranged attacks, you're basically got an impenetrable wall. It probably is a bit overkill to combine skeletons with pumpkins. I thought about doing that, but I was like, nah. Ooh, we got some boots. These boots were made for walking. Alright, let me look up boots while I'm doing that. Sorry. Every time I turn my head when I'm looking at the computer, so. Boots. Used on the ground, followed by, let's see. Yeah, I guess they just increase your speed, is what it looks like, so. Alright, let's pull a card.
Thank you.
Justice. Actually, Justice are really good cards for this map because of the boss. Alright, what do we get? Ooh, we got a black arrow. And let's see. Let me pull that up. Sorry, I don't have all these like it's because it's random, so I can't have all these ready to go like at the drop of a hat. So you'll have to forgive me. That is a never mind. Okay, that's a black bow. That gives you 3 strength, 2 intelligence, and it's considered a black item for purposes of damage. So, yeah, could have been better. Oh well, it's free. There should be an old temple on the island to the north of here. Yeah, it's like right here. So, all right, how is? Let's see. Let's say that's the mid alignment one. So, okay. Yeah, you're gonna heal. So,
Fight it out.
all right. Let me see how many units are on this map. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So there's 22 people on this map, so they'll come out eventually. A few of them are melee, or not melee. A few of them are, well, yeah, melee. Some of them are melee only, so we're not going to be fighting them until we open up the walls of this place. Let's see. Let me check the ones that are melee. Most of them are flyers, though. Let's see. There's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of them are in the castle itself, and they can't leave till the walls are torn down. Because yeah,
Find out.
they can't leave that. They can't leave that place. It's bad even for another dragon ring. Man, it's bad for it's bad for him to leave like that. So okay, let's go back. See, that's it for you. Because the only other thing is there's an invisible wall here, or a visible town here, but I can get that on the way. So let me head towards this location so we can capture that eventually.
Write it out.
So far, so good on levels and everything. Just like I said, my low alignment characters are getting all the experience. And you can't even actually, I might choose leader just to have leader just to finish him off with a spell. Okay, now we'll just swap to Light Bast or something. Well, when your levels go up, when the pumpkin's agility goes up when they gain levels, you'll rue. You won't make fun of me anymore, viewers. You were making fun of me, weren't you? Yeah, they just need that agility bump. That's the reason why they're not. Yeah, they're gonna fly back. Might have to have Gilbert finish them off if I can. Alright, where are you, Gilbert? I'm gonna have you. Let's see if we can get back from behind him. That's one of the tricks, is to try and okay, that flyer's. He's got low fly. As you can tell, he's got low sky because he can still fly decently fast when he's not like on a when he's not like on mountains or something like that. So yeah, he was trying to chase after me, and then I moved. So okay, there you are. Okay, let me see if I can block you off so I can finish you off so you don't get resurrected. There we go.
Write it out.
Yeah, you're kind of there to like get the stragglers if you can. So, because you're pretty high level already, Gilbert. So, although I don't care if the worms gain a low level because the worms are already good as is. Yeah, I said worms are really good units, just overall. They're much better than dragons in my personal opinion. So, I like dragons. I really like using dragons because that's. Oh, I thought you were. Huh. Okay. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, go right for the jugular. Let's see. And worms when they upgrade, they need low alignment anyway, 0 to 55. So perfect. Because they turned into wyverns afterwards, which wyverns are really good. There's a specific class you can get that you almost want to get that class just so you can get wyverns pretty quick. But the class itself is okay, if that makes sense. So, all right, let's put you up in front. Looks like it's nighttime's about to be over, almost. And see, I don't want Gilbert too close because I don't want all the enemies to go towards him because I don't want him stealing all the experience. You know what I mean? Okay, you're coming back.
Write it out.
Let's see. Do you have any healing units? No. But you do have a Valkyrie though. So of course. Okay, now it doesn't matter. Yeah, unfortunately got rid of my guy, but God, cockatrices are so annoying. They're like, they're like witches, stunning you all the time. Maybe I should have moved the werewolf up front instead. Yeah, I think I'll change my formation to adjust that. So, whoops. Okay, you're running away, so let's have Gilbert finish you off if I can. Maybe? We'll see what happens. I have to move him into the thing. He's got high sky, so we can fly over that. Yeah, it's almost a change to nighttime because the werewolf wasn't doing as much damage. Ow, I hate you. You do so much damage. Well, it's not that much damage in the grand scheme of things, anyway. And crazy having units that attack 3 times and almost back to back, which is crazy. Like I said, werewolves are good. I mean, Tigermen are okay for what they are, but they're definitely not worth the effort to try and get them. I just got supremely lucky that I got a full moonstone when I did. And I wish I had shown it on screen. It was just, I just randomly got it when I was fighting neutral enemies. Because I was trying to raise my, my hero, I want to raise his alignment and charisma. And so I ended up, you know, getting it from that, so. I might try changing it to maybe weak so they don't keep hitting him. Yeah, you can tell it's almost, it's past the witching arrow or whatever because my werewolf isn't doing as much damage as he was before. Man, the ghost is doing perfect though. Although he is a magic type, so he's breaking through their physical defense. Yeah, ghosts aren't bad either. They're not my favorite undead unit. It's probably the skeletons just because of their, you know, their ability to just take be good tanks, basically. Now will you petrify everyone? Or will I get lucky? So far, so good. Unless I miss every time. Yeah, one more pet. Oh, nice. Alright. Good for you. Hooray for me. Hooray for school. Yeah, Gilbert's on clean up this map. Yeah, low alignment characters, it's easy to do that with because, you know, they're low alignment, so you don't mind them killing weaker enemies and stuff like that. Especially if you don't care about their alignments changing. At all. Alright. Yeah, let's get you back this way. I don't want to capture that temple. I want that to be Canopus just to get them the chance to have item drops and stuff like that. Well, it's almost daytime. Then maybe my daytime characters will get a chance to shine. When can that happen? Yeah, sorry, I can probably go finish off the main villain of this map like right now if I really want to, but I want to level up my guys, so. Man, wizards are so crazy powerful. It's insane. The only reason I'm not using Warren is he's so high level and his alignment is so low, so I want to have it back off for a fight or two and then come back. So that way you can get a big, because I want to turn him into a mage. Well, all the wizards in his group. Because that's the next step of awesomeness. And yes, I could technically still use units, like the skeletons after the sun rises. It's just I'd rather give that time for my high alignment units. So, haha. Yeah, that's the main reason why I put the ghost in that position, because for whatever reason, the usually back-end units usually tend to target the lower, like, I guess from my side, lower left. It seems to be the high priority for targets for those types of guys, so I'll always go after them. Not every single time, but there's a high chance of that occurring. Man, the ghost's magic intelligence stat is pretty high. You guys are getting quite a few levels of awesomeness. Yes, sir. All right, let's finish. Have a Gilbert go after you. So I'm not trying to.
Fight it out.
Not trying to steal all the kills from Gilbert, unless he's finishing them off so they don't come back stronger than ever. Oh, your guys are gone. I need to check their alignment, see if they're doing well in terms of like if I need to have the wizards back off. Makes you wonder, folks, who's my favorite like class in the game is. I wonder if it's wizards. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I probably should stop because I want the alignment to be. I think it's under 35 is what I'm going for. So they're pretty high level. So I need to swap out for another wizard unit. Let me check the other one really quick. Oh, I could just. How's your alignment? Okay, you're good. I might have you switch and go back down there maybe, and switch one guy up here so he'll get some levels. So let's switch them out a bit, and then put you up here just so I don't get your levels much higher. Because like I said, 9 is the max of this place, so I don't want to. Okay, who are you fighting? I'll have to pause it after the battle's over, depending on who it is. Okay. Cheap shot. Come on, man. Your agility isn't that low. Alright, oh, and Wyverns, they level up to Wyverns at 13. That's why if you get a specific class that can recruit them early, it's actually more beneficial because then they can earn their stat growth at a lower level. So because there's one class that can hire them at level 10, I believe. Which then you take more advantage than getting them as worms. Okay, and it's almost day. It's almost there. Day is upon us. Soon. When will then be now? Soon.
Fight it out.
And more cockatrices. Can I use another card? Maybe I should use another card because there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to capture. So I don't want to use my justices. Let's use Hierophant. Just cause. Maybe so you won't petrify me. I hate throwing away cards if I can help it. You were doing so awesome there, Ghost Man. You failed me. You failed me for the last time. Starscream. Yeah, when the pumpkins hit, they're very effective. It's just, we have to wait for their levels to get their agility stat to increase a decent amount. Okay, so I'm probably not gonna be able to make it to you. Because you're about the same speed. And there's really not much I should have, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Are you going after me? And I don't want Gilbert to attack the boss, so. Nah. Okay, fine. I'll back off. You win this round, McDuff. Whatever. I need to have you heal anyway, so let me take you to town. No. Should almost be done finishing off the rest of the flying units. Their AI must have switched because they were. I think their idea was to go to the main base. I was hoping not to fight you. Don't I have? Who do I? I don't have temperance. Well, temperance to make you. Wait, no, that's not. It's fortune that makes you run away. Okay, it's daytime, so let's get you here, and let's get. How's your levels, Lance? Are you pretty high? No, you're 7. Okay, good. You can afford to finish some guys off. Now let's move jad down a little bit. And let's see. You back off. If you guys come this way, I don't think you're. I think you're gonna head towards the main map here. I think if you do come this way, so. Yeah, I'm kind of. I think my high alignment guys are kind of pretty bad on levels right now overall. Lance is my best high alignment unit, I believe. Yeah, they're acting like they're drunk or something like that.
Write it out.
I've got a bunch of characters here if it really comes down to. The only problem with these guys is they're kind of weak overall. Yeah. Nuts. Yeah, that's the problem with having low-level characters like this. Yeah, I'll help with some damage. Probably should have done that at the beginning, just to help out. Yeah, these fortune guards really can really turn the tail of battle, huh? Yeah, you guys are so low level, you don't have the agility to hit. I might have to readjust my high alignment units maybe around. Because, like I said, I've only got a couple of really good high alignment units, so.
Write it out.
Yeah, maybe the acid will do a decent amount of damage, so. There we go. Dull mages aren't bad, but I prefer wizards overall. Dull mages are basically good or high alignment wizards for all intents and purposes. Yeah, there goes that guy. The only problem is you lose that on experience if you die. Okay, so I need to see if I have Gilbert finish the chase him down and finish him off. Alright, time to get some experience, Lance. Your only hope on good alignment characters, because by the time the enemy gets to us, it's nighttime. That's the only problem with waiting for the enemy to come, is that usually, I mean, yes, I could have the high alignment units fight during the nighttime, but they have such a disadvantage that it's not worth doing that. Yeah, luckily the Eaglemen. Oh yeah, Eaglemen are upgrades to Hawkmen, and they can use lightning in the back. But you can only do that once, so. Yeah, see, my guys are pretty overall, pretty good. Like I said, out of the human upgrade units in terms of fighters, I prefer the fighter knight paladin route. I think they're overall the better units of the game, or better units of that type, outside of like wizards and stuff like that. Because there's the knight, there's the beastman build, or there's the beastman build, and then there's the samurai build, like the neutral kind of build. The samurai are okay. Like I said, they had the Ionuki strike, but that's a one-time thing. While paladins overall just have better character build, or their build is better overall. We're really just gonna. Okay. Gilbert's gonna have to finish another guy off. Probably gonna get away, because, you know. Because he's not far enough. He's not far enough there, so. Although they are low sky units at this point, so they might be a little bit slower than us. I think this might be the last set of enemies, then we can charge in or destroy the town walls. Although it's better to set up our next defensive ring after we before we destroy the wall, because they can't leave that castle or the walls until we destroy it. So, and so that's a good time to basically set up, heal, or get the next line and ready to go. Let's see. Oh, come on! I didn't want to fight you. Stupid. Alright, fine. I'll kill you for the experience. I'm not gonna run away. I don't want to lose my charisma. Actually, it doesn't matter for the wyverns, though. Yeah, whatever. I'll just finish you guys up. I wanted to give it to Lance, but... Yeah, so I think this must be one of the AIs where it's just the closest enemy. Because like I said, there's a couple of AI scripts in the game. It's random. We found a cure. Cool. Don't you love when you get stuff you can buy? I love it too. No.
Fight it out.
Dang it, they're gonna get away. Fine. Might end up killing the leader again. And then they'll just run away again. At least it didn't petrify me again. Probably should heal that worm just because we're... Nah, we didn't get to heal very... Oh. I hate when I do that. When I press the button too fast. Okay. Oh no, you stopped moving. That's right, that's that. I set you to that. Let's see. You're good. Even though you're low sky, you have just enough of a head start on me that you're gonna finish, get to it before I do. So. Oh right, you're in the wall, so you slow down at the wall. And yes, I realize it's the daytime and I'm using Gilbert, but so the wyverns will have their stats will be affected. And as far as I'm aware of, I think unless you get right up on the castle before you destroy the wall, they'll basically be right on the main castle where the boss is. So you have to fight through them before fighting the boss. If you run in with the flyer, for example. Okay, I think we might be done. We might finally be able to move up with our characters now. Yeah, I think you're the only one left. I think we're done. Okay, we can start capturing properties now. Okay. Yeah, you're still... You guys are considered a low alignment group anyway, so... Okay. Oh yeah, Lance is almost max alignment, so... Alright, we'll just have you capture that town. And then we'll have Gilbert go capture this town. Alright, let's move everyone up. I mean, the fastest way to do this would be to like get summoned and have my main guy move up to a spot and just summon them all there, and that would save us a lot of time. Alright, first tribute day, so yeah, I sent out way too many units. Oh well.
Liberation.
Alright, let's see what you give me. Ooh.
Thank you.
We need something that raises Campus's luck. General Debonair is very set in his ways. The other day, a merchant tried to bribe him for exclusive rights to a new trade route. Not only did the merchant not get the rights, but he was arrested. I'll bet the reason Debonair was sent all the way out here is because he's so straight. So he's such oh, there's the buy item. So yeah, now we can buy all heals. We can also buy Joker cards here if we want. I might buy a couple Joker cards for backups. Like, just to, like, if I don't have a card I need. Okay. Yeah, let's buy a couple of all heals. I don't want a ton of them. I just want a few. I could always come back to this town if I really want to buy some later, so. Alright, let's buy like 10. Actually, let's buy 20 heals since I'm almost out of heals. Okay. Just for backup and stuff like that. So, all right, let's go. Let's see. Let's go capture the temple around here. Okay, where did you fly off to? Are you still at the one spot? Maybe. All right, there's the temple.
Liberation.
All right, what are you gonna give me? A strength card. Nice. Cannabis could use more strength. The gates around Castle Zenobia have been closed to stop the rebels' attack, but I can help. Please take these termites. If you use these, even the strongest walls will be brought to the ground. So you also get termites. So we have multiple termites. Okay, so... Alright, Gilbert's buy Riot, or buy Riot.
Liberation.
Yes. An Empress card.
Thank you.
I'll take that. Alright, Kawina. Or Chai, I mean. My name is Ash, an old man who is ready to die. I've been imprisoned in this castle for 20 years now. I never thought I'd see the light of day again. Thank you. So, you are the rebels I've heard about. I'm sorry you had to find me at my grave. How about it? Would you be willing to let me join you? Yes. Thank you. I'll spend what little of my life is left with you. Alright, we get Ash on the group. So Ash is a very solid party member, and if you turn him into a specific character, you can make him pretty good tank. Although, you know, it's a... let's see, I need to get rid of someone. Okay, let's put... Yeah, let's put Breed back in the camp. Yep, return to base. And let's take a look at Ash. Too bad he doesn't have a chainsaw in. Oh well. Alright, take a look at him. So he joined with the rock golem, which are not bad. They're upgrades from golems. Problem is their speed. They have really low agility rates, so they go last. That's why I usually want to pair them with like a buff a person like Dennett, like a witch, because then they can stun them and then they can just punch all day and be fine. It also comes with a couple of knights, but Ash himself, look at that. He's at level 9. He's almost got max strength, high agility, high intelligence. He's a really good character, main character to get. I don't know if he's the best character in the game. But he's a really solid knight build. Okay, well anyway, we want to adjust his. We don't want to use that rock golem for him, so. And actually, technically, you probably want to put Ash in his own, you probably want to put him in like another group for this map, just to take advantage of like a high-leveled group. But yeah, we want to remove the rock golem. Let's see. Could add a Sylph just to get a little extra boost. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of options, do I? I could put a wizard in the group for now. Oops. Nope, that's not what I... Wrong thing. Okay. Let's add a group to this. Okay. Oh, that's not really a lot of good attack, though. Oh, wait, there's another guy I can get as well. I could probably mix him with this group. Ah, too late now. Alright. Wait, I didn't actually summon him, right? No, okay. Let's hire this other guy first. Oh, you're probably thinking, who am I talking about? Okay. Yeah, let's finish you off. Wait, how many cards do I have? Okay. I need to start using some, so. Because I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4 areas to capture, so. I'll wait for you to get close and then, Oh, it's almost nighttime already? Come on, game!
Write it out.
Alright, let's see. Let's use... yeah, let's use Empress. Why not? Oh, whoops, that's the wrong. Dang it. I thought... I was thinking of Emperor. Whoops. Oh, well. Empress heals you, by the way, for those who are curious. Ah, that's fine. Whatever, it's not a big deal. I wasted a good card. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I just didn't want to use my attack cards. Well, we still won nonetheless, but still. Yeah, I mixed up my card uses. Whoops. It's bound to happen sometimes if I'm not paying attention, so, which happens quite often. Alright, let's nope. Since it's basically nighttime, we'll have you, Gale, take him on. Yeah, it's not quite nighttime, as you can tell. My guys haven't transformed, but that's fine. Yeah, you had to turn my pumpkin guy into chopped liver. Now, you're gonna run back to town, or are you going to try to attack me again? You're gonna attack me again. Hey, it's nighttime, so maybe... Nah, not quite. Ah, come on, man. 1 HP. 1 HP. Yeah, see, they can kill him. But you're most likely never going to affect... Well, very rarely you're going to affect a pumpkin head or a Halloween's alignment by killing people, so... Seriously? 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 Are you gonna run back, or I'm gonna chase you down. Ah, fine. I'll have you go chase after you, or not. Okay. Yeah, I know I could get the other guy, but his levels are high enough, so.
Write it out.
Okay, now we should start moving everyone, so. Nice. Alright. Yeah, this episode might be pretty long overall, so I do apologize. Okay, let's start moving everyone out. So... let's have Cannabis go towards the temple. There. Let's see, you are mid alignment, high alignment. So let's have lands go, whoops. Let's have lands go over there. I'll have you go up there. Gilbert, where is Gilbert? Oh yeah, you're over there now. Let's have you go capture that invisible town, which is over here. And then let's just move. Okay, let's just move everyone basically at the entrance to this place. You're not quite high alignment. It's probably fine for you to capture the town. So let's do that. Alright, and then everyone else. Okay. Let's just move everyone like in this general area so we can charge in with everyone. Okay, I want to definitely capture this town, because I guess a character you don't have to have, but it definitely helps. Alright, let's see what item we get to, if we get an item. So. Oh, an Emperor card, nice. And try one up. The gates around Castle Zenobia have been closed to stop the rebels' attacks. Only a flying unit will be able to go over these walls. What to do, what to do. Well, we've already got a way around that, so. Alright, we'll put you over there. We just want to have it basically, if they,
Liberation.
Alright, let's see what you give me. Temperance.
Thank you.
Oh, reputation went up. Nice. Oh, crap. Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, temperance has its uses as well. Man, I hate having to get rid of cards. Moon would be... Moon raises your intelligence, but my guys are so high intelligence already, so... So, you're the rebels, huh? Glad you came by. My name's Leon the Beast, best beast tamer in the world. Have you come to hire me? Sure. Good for you, my fee is 20,000 goth. Let's do it. You're smarter than you look. I fight like 100 men. Okay, I'll let you in on something. Destroy the walls around Zenobia Castle. You need these termites. I used to have some, but I let some monk borrow them. I hope he still has them. But we already have the termites from the monk, and we also got from a random drop too. Alright, fortune. What do we get? Oh, come on. Let me guess, a reputation drop. Oh, come on! Oh, I hate you. That sucks. Alright, let's get rid of one of the temperance cards, I guess. Boo. Don't you just hate when you get something good and then something just counteracts it? You could tell on the gauge the 2 points really affected the gauge. After King Grant was assassinated, everyone in the royal family was executed. They even say that the executioner was the general of the Royal Zenobian Knights. Can you believe it? The general, I think his name was Ash. Wait a minute, we just let the guy into our crew. Do we really want a guy that killed the original king to be here? Anyway. Okay, so we now have another new unit added to the group, Leon, or Lion, or however you want to pronounce it. He comes with a couple of red dragons, which are, dragons, but they're already ready to be turned into red dragons. I prefer black dragons instead because of what they build into. So if you're going to keep these dragons, I mean, you can turn them into red dragons if you want to do that. But I would just try to lower their alignment and turn them into black dragons and therefore and so on. Okay, let's remove you. Okay, I want to remove... Let's remove the fairy. I mean, the fairy's good in a way, but it's not... It only beefs up one character, so... Now let's remove Leon's group. We'll use the dragons and another... But I'm going to just put Leon together with Ash. Yeah, he's level 9. Look at his stats are really good, too. Look at that. There's a specific class you could turn... If you want to turn a certain character into a specific class, Leon's probably the best character to do that. Okay, now we want to deploy Ash, because we want to use Ash against the boss. Unfortunately, he is super expensive because of the levels and everyone on him, but that's just how it is. Alright, so we need to get everyone up to the front. Yeah, it's going to move a little slow, but that's fine. I'll capture that one town when we've actually fought some guys so I can use some cards, so I don't waste my cards anymore. Wait, where are you going? Oh, did I move you by... I must have moved you by accident. Holy crap. Whoops. Okay, I was like, why is he moving? Where is he going? There's nothing out there. Okay. I think we're good. All right, let's go ahead and use the termites. All right, and now that the termites have just done their duty, Yeah, see the enemies there? Alright. Yeah, there's one new unit, the Dragoner, that I was talking about. Weirdly enough, they do not buff dragons. You'd think they would have an ability that gave them like a bonus to dragons and stuff like that, but no, they don't. It's kind of weird, actually. Since it's almost daytime, I'm just gonna put you guys together, because it is better to fight in towns overall. Yeah, we still got a couple more enemies to fight, so yeah, not quite done yet. That's why this is probably gonna be a super long episode, so. Okay. Yeah, Yugo says it's a good level, so. And I left lands over there, so. Let's see, that's Ash right there. Let me leave you. You're pretty high level. I don't want you killing anyone, but I still want you in the area to help. And we'll leave my character back here for purposes.
Fight it out.
Yeah, there's like, what did I say, like six or eight groups that are in the city itself. Yeah, there's a Dragoner right there. That's what a Beastman can turn into, but you need an item called the Dragon Stone to do that. And like I said, they are okay units, but for what it's worth to put them all together, they're not really that great. Mainly because, depending on how you build them, they might not have the right intelligence or strength to really be worth it. That's why if you turn Leon into one of these, that's probably the best way to go. Just overall. Let's use strength. Just to keep our damage low. But yeah, usually you want to pair Ash with like a really high unit for this one, just so you can beat the boss relatively quickly. But I have a way to get rid of the... Hopefully I'll be able to do it in one go, but we'll see what happens. And I want to fight him during the day, because Ash is a high alignment unit, so...
Fight it out.
Alright, got a couple wizards and dragons in the back. Yeah, we'll just leave well enough alone. Probably end up beating the wizard. Since you're flying, you probably have Campus chase after him if it really comes down to it. Man, you're really smacking my healer, huh? Ow! Dang. Alright. Let's see. Can we get Cannabis to chase after him quick enough? I need to have you move back to heal, too. Yeah, my high alignment units are... It's because the most powerful units are low alignment units. That's just how it is. Ah! Alright. Well, Cannabis can fight some people. But yeah, that's just how it is. I mean, that's the kind of toss-up between... Oh yeah, I've already seen what the kiss looks like, so... Oh yeah, kisses don't stack, by the way, so... So if the fairy hits another guy with a kiss, it won't work, so... Yeah, looks like the guy's running a bit fast for my guys. I was hoping... Oh man, look at the slowdown, holy crap. It is slowing down like no one's business. I have to back off a bit or something like that. Dang it. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, let's have lands be front and center. Yeah, I need to have... I mean, it's a bit late now, but maybe get Gilbert in for like kind of a guy that can kind of try to back into enemies. No. Well, I don't want to capture that yet. Because then people will chase after Gilbert if I do that, so...
Fight it out.
Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to like figure out a way to like make sure to have certain fights not take like 2 hours to finish. Because this episode's already pretty long already, so. Then again, it happened with front missions, games like that, where you just kind of have to. Ow! I'm so glad you only do that once. Good thing for healers, huh? Yeah, I'll definitely have to pause and heal lands. Actually,
Fight it out.
you're probably not strong enough to finish him off. We'll see, but it's because it's a dragon, so it's got a high physical defense. Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna do hardly any damage to him. Oh, come on. Oh, come on! I had that. Ugh. That's what you get for fighting with lower level characters, huh? Let's see. Yeah, I got a couple of rock guys there, so. I need to get you close enough to be able to hit people on the back end without a. Let's see. Yeah, probably better to go and heal. Heal you. Yeah, let me move you back a bit. Try to get you up there if I can. Yeah, I almost kind of wish it was nighttime just so I could show off, just so I get to beat these guys really badly, you know. But unfortunately, these guys are rock guys, so I'm not going to do a ton of damage, so. At least their agility is crappy enough, so. Sure, if I can finish off that one guy. Oh, never mind. I forgot she'd already done her turns.
Fight it out.
More ninja. Go samurai, go. If I get lucky, I might finish him off. But the bad thing is, oh yeah, I will because of the strike. Man, samurai ninjas have good agility. That's the point of them. Oh, come on. Actually, the boss here actually has really good agility too, so it's hard to hit him too. Unfortunately, you are leaderless, so you're gonna go back to town. Crap. That's the only problem with like, I need to. Yeah, what I need to do is I need to move Canopus like to a spot that I can like basically charge in and finish them off. And then have Gilbert also do the same thing, where he's like just close enough to where he won't actually activate the boss.
Fight it out.
Excuse me. I said I wanted my high alignment guys to get some time to shine, but, you know. And try to get some actual damage in there. Or hit, you know. Yeah, Dragon's agilities are kind of low, so. So there's a good chance they'll dodge most of it. Not dodge all the attacks, but, you know, good chances. Yeah, Emperor cards are good because of the whole extra attack situation, so. Oh yeah, did I ever go over that? Yeah, Emperor gives you extra attacks. Yeah, I need you to be... No, you're gonna go after Gilbert. That's fine, whatever. Let's see if I can get you to get up there enough, fast enough.
Fight it out.
Yeah, probably just go after the leader, to tell you the truth. If they can do it. Yeah, you don't put wizards... First rule of D&D, wizards die first. I keep forgetting these guys go after the priest. Probably gotta kill her. I got lucky there. Whew. I might just have you guys get up in the front there, just because
Fight it out.
just to help with relieving the stress of this situation here. No, should have had to be best or whatever. Yay! Alright, not bad. You haven't done enough damage to me to be worried. Yeah, clerics and golems are a very solid combination too because they're high if you're fighting physical characters. If you're not fighting physical characters, then it can depend really.
Fight it out.
I said, wasn't wanting Gilbert to like clean these guys up, but I don't want him to keep spawning over and over and over again. I said the worms can get low alignment. That's fine with me. I don't. It's 0 to 55 is what their alignment range is for their wyvern level. So go ham with wrecking people with them.
Fight it out.
All right, let's see if we can finish off this dragon. I ended up killing the Dragoneer instead of the dragon. Yeah, even though knights don't have the greatest agility growth, but their agility growth is still better than like the samurai and stuff like that. So. Oh, nice. Good for you. Now finish you off. I think you should be able to finish him off. He does a decent amount of damage to them, but it is still daytime, so. Yeah, I'll definitely finish the one off. Yeah, look at their stats and HP and everything, man. How is their alignment? Yeah, we're already at 10 with these guys. 3. Yeah. Sounds about right. So yeah, his stats are going to be very, very bad during the day. That's the problem with going full ham on loss of alignment or high in alignment. I actually do prefer the kisses go to everyone but Cannabis, because Cannabis already does decent damage overall. His stats are pretty good for a Hawkman or Eagleman, I guess. I don't know if the Sylphs are the best way. It's just I was just trying to find a group that would be able to utilize get the Sylphs some levels, you know. Alright. Finish off those golems, although I don't know if we'll do enough damage to finish them off, but we'll see. Yeah, they're basically counteracting each other with the... There you go. Yeah, I should have put maybe equipped the magical weapons on them so they would have done more damage to the golems. Because they're affected by magical stuff, so that would have broken through their physical defense. I might have to pause after this to try and move Gilbert away, because like I said, I want to give the experience to my light alignment characters, or high alignment. Yeah, these guys are way too high level at this point. It's a bit overkill. Alright, let's move you out of the way. Oh, Campus is gonna attack that guy if he loses, so... Oh, yeah, we'll just do it. Whoops. We'll do best. So at this point, it doesn't really matter, so... Yeah, I wish I had better weapons and swords, like more neutral elemental ones or whatever, or holy. Oh well. Yeah, I got too many bolt ones. I mean, bolt's fine, it's just, you know, they're better elements. Alright. Yeah, Campus is gonna run into him because he's back in that general area. Maybe I should have backed him off a bit. And then he'll ping ball him back to lands if I don't kill him. I shouldn't kill him because the Eaglemen and Hawkmen just don't do the damage. Yeah, see how little damage it did overall? Because the Kiss reduced the damage of the Ioki strike or whatever. Yeah, you can do some pretty if you can plan stuff right, you can actually get some pretty interesting combination of attack, like I said, ping ponging, balling the enemies in between each other. Might be too high a level at this point, Lance. I might need to back off on not having you fight guys. He killed himself. I forgot how that works if he kills himself. If that, I don't think it affects anyone's alignment. It shouldn't, anyway. That'd be funny if it did for some reason. It's like, he killed himself. You'd think the game would be like, oh, we're 8. That's actually not bad. Like I said, 8, 9 is like this section here, so. Okay, let's see. 2 more enemies? Okay. Let's start getting Ash in position to strike at the boss. I may have to wait for the day to go by again. We'll see what happens then. Might as well just have you fight the leader. Yeah, the dragon combinations are pretty annoying overall. At least for good aligned groups, anyway. That don't have, like, Halloweens or whatever. At least you were changing your tactics by not hitting the healer the whole time. Alright, have Gilbert finish them off. I mean, I hate giving Gilbert all this experience. Because like I said, he's already powerful enough. You know? Yeah, he's like, you're not getting away from me. You got, I paid for if you paid for 5 whole minutes. 5 whole minutes of playtime. Maybe I should have named my main character Bonesaw, just for fun. Will we have finished off? I don't think so. We might, because of our being in the daytime still, we're not doing our full potential of damage. Yeah. Okay, we'll stay here. Oh wait, let's have Ash save right put right now. What's your level at campus? Yeah, let's actually let's have you try to help with the damage if we can help it. Or not, it might be too late. Almost done with this map. Should I use another tarot card? Nah. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna put magic items on them to help with that, but yeah, too late now. Well, depending on when these fight these guys, I might wait till the next day to do that, because like I said, I don't want to fight Debonair at night. Debonair doesn't get like super good stats at night or anything like that. It's just this is the whole alignment situation, you know. I think he's considered neutral. Like day or night is fine for Debonair in general.
Fight it out.
Actually, maybe I should have had put Repri out to finish these guys off to get the experience. Oh well, too late. My other flyer. So. Yeah, only a couple more levels and I can turn them into wyverns. Yeah, 10-10. Yeah, let's I'll go ahead and equip them those items on those guys. Why not? Since I've got a couple of bolt orbs. Oh right, I have to equip them on the wrong spot. So. Let's see. Oh right, I have to. That's right. You can only equip it on them during before you set them out. That's right. Never mind. Forgot about that.
Fight it out.
I mean, I could use an attack card on them just to. But I don't want to use the justice cards though. I could use the tower just to show off what that does. I want to say my attack cards because Debonair is kind of tough, mainly because of his he has decent agility for his character, so he has a possibility of dodging a lot of your attacks depending on who you send after him. That's usually why if you want to go after Debonair, you might want to use wizards instead. You know. I might send the wizard after him this time just to finish these guys off. Actually, we could also try to ping pong ball him back to back there. So.
Fight it out.
Just back and forth, man. I can probably send Gilbert to capture that town now at this point. Yeah, doing a decent amount of damage. Well, at least on your character, anyway. What's your levels at anyway? Pretty good. What is your... I always... Let's see, 8, so you're about the same level, so... You guys are a low level. I might just have you guys go after them anyway, just to...
Fight it out.
Tired of fighting like the same unit 5 times because I don't have enough punching power. There you go. And obviously, pumpkin heads or Halloweens are good against golems because they can punch their HP down no matter what. So, all right, let's go have Gilbert. Whoa, did you see that weird glitch in the Matrix? No, the game. Yeah, sometimes that'll happen. I've noticed. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't have any sunshines, I believe so. All right, hurry up. Hurry up and capture it so I can get to, Okay, let's move over there.
Liberation.
Alright. And we're almost done. Sorry, yeah, it's a long episode, but, it'll be worth it. Aw, no! Aw, man, come on! Reputation went down again. Ugh. Have you heard of the barbarian Ash? He used to be the head of the Royal Knights, but he was arrested for executing the royal family. But it wasn't really him. The executioner was the Black Knight Gares, the Prince of the Highlands. The mage Rashidi used his magic to make Gares look like Ash. Ash is completely innocent, but he never defended himself. Why do you think he did that? Because he blames himself for not being able to protect Grand's family, that's why. Oh, I see. Well, good thing we have Ash on the group then. Let's have him get back at the... it's nighttime. Well, it's not quite nighttime, but his stats aren't going to be as good, so... Hello, Debonair. It's been a long time. The Highlanders are supposed to be a race of proud warriors, but look at you. You've all become just a bunch of assassins. Where's your pride as a warrior? And why do you think a great general like yourself has been sent to a place like this? Endora is just trying to keep you out of her hair. Think about it. Shut up! How is sent here to stop you? Sent here to stop the fools who are trying to disturb the peace. Disturb the peace? Look at this place! What was once the greatest city in the world is now nothing but slum. Is this the perfect world you've dreamed of? Is this what Endora wants? Stop talking about Her Highness that way. Very well, we'll just have to show you another way.
Fight it out.
With violence? Alright. Let's, yeah, he comes with a, he comes with a bunch of red dragons, and Debonair himself has really good stats overall. Like it says, agility's quite high, so he might miss quite often. So, let's get rid of these dragons, shall we? Bye. Yeah, they do. I mean, they suck up a ton of HP, so. Yeah, his first attack is always the blade attack, which will do decent amount of damage to one guy. If you don't have the Fool card to get rid of the dragons, these Justice cards will do a lot of damage. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of damage, but decent damage to them because they're ice. It's ice elemental, so. But they also do decent damage on Debonair. The only problem is his high agility. Well, he doesn't have so much. Well, the wizard I'm using doesn't have great stats, so yeah, we'll use another Justice card. I want to finish him in one go. Ouch. Whew. All right, we did it. Goodbye, Debonair. I can't believe I've lost. Empress Endora has changed. She's not like she once was. I am willing to die for the sake of my Empress, but I will not die for an imposter. It seems there was something I should have done before fighting with the rebels. I am forced by honor to admit defeat for now. We'll meet again, gentlemen. And thus, Slumnobia has been captured. And a decent amount of chunk of change, although some of that went to Leon. But still, he's worth it. He's a really good character, so. Well, all right. Looks like Zenobia has been freed, but now our journey is not obviously not over. But we have captured Zenobia. Was a big important part of the Rebel Alliance in general, or just the land is in general. Zenobia is a very important landmark. So now the Empire will have to take us seriously. How seriously will they take us? Will they send one of their brightest after us? And what about this Prince character we heard about? Will we encounter him sometime soon? We'll find out next time in the next episode of Ogre Battle: The March of the Black Queen. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.